Hey there, here's one milk stuck in back. Think about the last time you ran into the store for milk. You walked in the front door, and where was it? Almost never anywhere close. You've got to walk past almost everything just to grab it, and eggs and bread are usually right there with it, tucked into that same far corner. And it's not just your store either. Walk into most grocery chains, and dairy tends to land in roughly the same spot, the back. Here's the weird part though. Milk, eggs, and bread aren't some random items nobody needs. They're some of the most bought products in the entire building. So really, sit with that for a second. Why would a store take its best-selling, most needed stuff and stick it as far from the door as it possibly can? It's not bad luck, and it's definitely not a random floor plan. Grocery stores study this obsessively: where you walk, how long you linger, what you grab along the way. Every aisle, every shelf, every turn you make is mapped out on purpose. That whole store you're wandering through, it's basically a plan, and you're walking right through it. So what's actually going on here? Why does burying milk in the back work so well for them? That's exactly what we're about to dig into. Turns out it's not carelessness at all, it's the walk. Stores put milk all the way at the back, so you have to cross almost the entire store just to grab it. And that long walk isn't wasted space to them, it's opportunity. Every aisle you pass is another shelf of products lined up right in front of your eyes. Think about your last trip. You walk in, past the snacks, swing by cereal, maybe wander through produce, and milk is still nowhere in sight, way at the back. The longer you're walking, the more stuff you're seeing, and the more stuff you see, the more ends up in your cart, even things you never planned to buy. There's no trick to it, no clever advertising. It's just exposure. Get a product in front of your eyes enough times, and you're way more likely to grab it. So the whole layout boils down to one simple rule. The farther you walk, the more you buy. And milk just happens to be the perfect excuse to make you walk. Retailers actually have a name for this trick. They call milk a destination item, and once you know the term, you'll start spotting it everywhere in the store. A destination item is something you'll walk to the back of the store for, no matter what. An impulse item is the opposite. You only grab it if it happens to be right in front of you. Think about a candy bar by the checkout. If it's not there, you probably won't go chase it down. But milk? You'll walk right past the candy, the chips, everything, just to get it. Milk, eggs, and bread all pass that test. Almost every household needs them on a regular basis, so shoppers will go looking for them no matter where they're placed. And that reliability is exactly why stores use them as bait. They know you're coming for milk no matter what, so they use it to pull you through the entire store. But it's not just about marketing. There's a boring, practical reason too. Refrigerated cases are expensive to run. All that cooling eats electricity non-stop, day and night. So stores don't scatter fridges around. They cluster every refrigerated case together, milk, eggs, deli meat, because one big cold zone is cheaper to keep cold than 10 small ones scattered around the store. And that cold cluster usually sits right by the loading dock, the door where delivery trucks pull in and drop off anything that needs to stay cold. That's not an accident either. The shorter the trip from truck to fridge, the less time milk spends warming up outside refrigeration. It's basic food safety, not a trick to get you to buy more. So the back-of store spot is doing two jobs at once, pulling you through the aisles and keeping your milk cold and safe the whole way there. And that back wall placement isn't random. Most supermarkets are actually built like one big loop, a racetrack that pulls you in the front door, past everything on the way, and back around again. Walk into most big grocery stores, and you'll notice the main path runs along the outer walls, looping you past the whole perimeter before you ever reach the middle aisles. That wide main walkway planners expect you to follow has a name, the power aisle. It's the road the whole loop is built around, designed to catch as many eyes as possible. Follow that power aisle to its far end, and that's exactly where the milk cooler sits. So grabbing your milk means walking the entire loop the planners laid out for you. So next time you just want a carton of milk, remember, you're rarely taking a shortcut. You're walking the path the store's loop was built to send you on. And that path is lined with triggers you don't even notice. Bakeries sit right up front on purpose, pumping out fresh bread scent that wakes up your appetite before you've even grabbed a cart. Right beside it sits produce. Reds, greens, yellows arranged like a rainbow. That's not decoration. Bright color lifts your mood, and a good mood makes you looser with your wallet. Then come the sample stations. A cube of cheese, a cracker with dip. It feels harmless, but a free taste creates a little sense of obligation, and suddenly, you're open to buying things you never planned on. Smell, color, taste, stack them up, and by the time you're halfway to the milk, your appetite and your guard are both wide open. Hungry, stimulated shoppers just spend more. That's not a guess. That's what the research shows. None of this happens by accident, and none of it works alone. The layout makes your body walk the long way, while these cues make your mind say yes along the way. Layout and psychology aren't separate tricks. They're one system, working on you together. The linking you together. So let's put it all together. 4 reasons, 1 system, the store routes you past everything. It treats milk as a sure bet. It needs its own cooling and delivery setup, and small sensory cues nudge you the whole way there. Milk sells itself. Shoppers seek it out no matter where it sits, so the store puts it dead last, using that reliable pull to drag you past every aisle in between. There's a practical side too. Coolers need their own plumbing and power, and trucks were stocked straight from the loading dock out back, so the cold stuff just makes sense against the back wall. And along that walk, your senses do their own work. Fresh bakery smell, bright produce colors, small cues that make you say yes to one more thing before you even reach the milk. But none of this fools everyone. Walk in with a list and stick to it, and the whole layout loses its power. Simple as that, and still the smartest way to shop. So it's all by design, but a list still beats it.